this week is going to be all about medical appointments. We're just getting packed up. We're getting ready to head down to a location in Bradenton, Florida. All right. All I can do is laugh at this point. So tearing up the cabinet and freaking out over all that, trying to figure out how to get this fridge out, look at the panel, which I did, check the fuses, all that stuff. Was for nothing. Hey, welcome back to the channel. So this week is going to be all about medical appointments. We are down here in Florida wintering, if you haven't been following the channel, but we're just getting packed up. We're getting ready to head down to a location in Bradenton, Florida, for appointments. We've got dental appointments and medical appointments for me and Addie. But as we're getting packed up, literally, Addie opened the fridge to get her snacks ready, and the fridge shut down. This is the first time this has ever happened to us. And so I've got to get access to the back of this fridge. My problem right now is I don't know how to get access to the back of the fridge. There's no access panel to the outside. So I think what I got to do is pull this sucker out and then get to the back of it and see if there's anything wrong with it. What's interesting is when you touch the fridge, you still have, there's power to it. So that seems to be a good sign to me, but it's not running. So I don't know, maybe there's a fuse or something back there that I've got to get to, but I got to get to that so we can get on the road and get down to Bradenton. So I got to get to it.
Hey, how's it going?
So, not very good. So when we went to the factory, again, if you haven't followed us, we went to the factory. We told them that the fridge had been sliding out. So we had them install, well, we didn't have them install. They installed a board back here on the top so that the fridge wouldn't slide forward during travel. Let me show you that. If you look inside here, this board that I'm trying to take out is what they installed to keep the fridge from coming out. The problem is, what I need to get access to check and see if everything's working is this access panel back here, or even behind the fridge, because I can't see what's going on until I pull the fridge out. And I can't get the fridge out until I move this board. So while the board is doing its job, it's doing it too well. So I literally had to take apart this cabinet to get to that board because there was no other way to get to it. So I can remove that board and get the fridge out. So that's how it's going. Not very good. RV life, man. It's fun. Keeps you going. It's frustrating though because we should be on the road. The good news is we don't have that far to go. It's not a crazy drive or anything, but it's just, why did this happen right now? But we want to try to save the food because that's expensive. That's hundreds of dollars, right? If we can. If we could save it. So.
We'll keep you guys updated as we proceed.
All right. All I can do is laugh at this point. So tearing up the cabinet and freaking out over all that, trying to figure out how to get this fridge out, look at the panel, which I did, check the fuses, all that stuff, was for nothing. Because the connection, the positive connect, I think it was the positive connection on the battery was loose. Not super loose, but a little bit loose. If your connections on your battery aren't super tight, snug, it could cause issues with your 12-volt system. So there you go. She's working fine now. This is literally like 2.5 hours later. I can't make this up. All right, we got to go. Okay, just leave it and I'll fix it when I get back.
Am I stuck in a time machine? I've never been where I'd like to be. Real love might be beautiful. How would I know?
Hey, girl. Are we home? Hey, girl. Welcome home. Welcome home. Yeah, welcome home. Yeah. Good girl. Does it feel good to be back in Bradenton?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, it does. So we obviously made it to Bradenton, and we just want to talk about medical appointments and why this is an important topic when you're a full-time RVer, because it's something you got to think about.
You still have to get care, right? You still have to see the dentist. You still have to get your yearly. So
Yeah. Or, you just need a doctor. You got to have a doctor, right? Just in case you need to contact them, you need anything. So you got to establish yourself somewhere. So we decided to establish ourselves in the Bradenton area. Now, the reason we decided to do that is because we have a house in the family in the Bradenton, Florida area. And we're so, grateful for that. If we didn't have this house, we would have probably went with some other option.
I think we would have stayed in Knoxville because I had established care there, and we would have just continued to go there for our appointments.
Yeah, maybe we would have probably just done something else. This area is congested in the winter, okay?
Snowbirds.
Although it's super beautiful, really nice area, it's just congested in the wintertime. And so that makes it not so beautiful, in our opinion. But since the house is here, we decided, let's make this our pseudo home base for medical appointments.
And that's what we originally started with. But now that we're learning a little bit more, that may change as far as where we get our care. We're starting to like the middle of Florida. And so if we do like that area and that's where we end up wintering every single time, we'll probably just change it to that area.
Upper middle.
Upper middle.
Yes.
Upper middle.
Upper middle.
Upper middle.
once you surpass that upper middle area, probably around where we're at,
I would say
currently,
Tampa.
where we're staying in the RV, and south, that's where it starts to get really congested.
I think once you hit that Tampa exit.
Well, Orlando.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But on
Orlando,
75.
like Orlando south.
Yeah, it's pretty congested.
And now we're only speaking from the Gulf side. We don't know much about the East Coast.
I know nothing about
But,
the East Coast. So it may be less congested there. It may be fantastic. I don't know. Maybe we need to explore that.
Maybe we do. But the Gulf side is, man, the ocean on the Gulf side
It's
is
my favorite.
so good. So, but that's the reason why, we wanted to do this video, because if you're thinking about getting into the RV lifestyle full time, this is something you got to consider. You've got to establish yourself somewhere as a home, quote, quote, okay? Because you just have to have all those things. Florida is our domicile.
Yeah, that's where our licenses, our insurance, all the things.
Exactly. So. We established that up near the Bushnell area where through Escapees, we did that service. That seems to work pretty good for us right now until that changes. But you've got to have it. We registered to vote out of that area, the whole nine. So we would just recommend thinking about where you want to do that. Florida was just a great option for us since we're both veterans. And Florida is probably the number one veteran-friendly state in the union. So that made sense for us also, on top of having the house here.
There's a lot of perks that they offer.
It's beautiful in the winter. All the other things we already talked about. So, well, I got my medical appointments knocked out at the VA. So if you're a veteran out there, I will say this: if you haven't established VA care yet, and you're looking for a place with good VA care, at least decent, I would look in Florida. Once again, very veteran friendly. A lot of elderly here, right? So they do take care of elderly folks. That's their specialty, and so.
They have a lot of. We only went to the one like actual hospital, the St. Pete, I guess.
In St. Petersburg.
Yeah, that compound is amazing. Like that VA, it's
a medical center.
Yeah, it's huge. It's got everything.
A
like
giant
every
compound. Yeah.
So
that's not where I go for care, though. That's just the overall major medical center that manages the care in this region. So the smaller clinics. They're the sponsor for all the smaller clinics throughout the region. I go to the clinic here in Bradenton area for my care. So I like my doctor too. Doctor has been great so far. So yeah, if you're looking for a good place for veteran care, I would look in Florida.
Absolutely.
And then we established Addie's Dental Care in this area too, in Sarasota. There's a good pediatric dentist there. And she seems to like the dentist, so that's good. Now we're still on the hunt for a few things, though.
Yeah, I'm looking for a new dentist. I loved all my Knoxville providers, so I'm starting all over, literally. So I'm still looking for a dentist and, regular doctor, general doctor. I love my doctor, so it's just hard.
It is hard, but these are the kind of things you have to sort of give up when you're talking about RV life. It's things to think about and things to keep in mind. Maybe you might have to sacrifice, or maybe you don't, right? You have an RV. So if you have insurance that allows you to travel, go where it makes you happy.
Yeah. And if you like your doctor, probably keep them.
Yeah.
And just go back to that area.
Another reason I would suggest Florida is, honestly, look at that. I don't know if you see that. That's from, what's the second hurricane that came through? Not
Milton.
Helene, Milton.
Yeah.
Milton that came through. That's what that damage is from right there. But that's the drawback of Florida, but that's why we don't come during hurricane season. So anyway, I think that's kind of the information we wanted to give you about medical care and RVing, and those two things match together. So I'm all set. I'm going to get going. I'm going to take Marley girl and we're going to head back up to the RV and get established. I got a package that's coming, so I need to get there and take care of that. And then the ladies will join me tomorrow because there's a beautiful
Detweilers.
Beautiful supermarket here that everybody loves. And they're going to go to the supermarket tomorrow. So
yeah. And then make our way up. So we got to fill up the cooler.
Yep. So I'm going to make my way back. So I got to get on the road. See you later.
Staying at home, turn off the phone, I will listen to you. You lay in the sheets, you hold on to me like I'm already gone, and whisper your words like secrets written in an old moleskin, and look up above, the sunlight seems like it is gonna break in.
Alrighty. So I made it back last night. Man, I battled traffic getting out of Bradenton, and I battled traffic pretty much all the way through Tampa, which is about an hour from Bradenton. And then after that, it was smooth sailing. But I got home last night. I cleaned up the mess from the refrigerator deal, got that all squared away. Everything's still working fine with that. The girls are home, and I just got my UPS package, and I wanted to show you this right quick. So I'll probably do a video later on about this, but I wanted to show you what I got because I think this is a really cool product. So I got this product from a company called Anchor Fitness. Not a cheap product, but in my opinion, a good product for RVers if you can figure out how to use it. Basically, what we're looking at here, interesting, the video just cut out on me, but anyway, what we're looking at here is a cable system that you can mount to pretty much anything with this strap. So any sort of pole or something like that, you can mount this cable system to, and it gives you 55 pounds of resistance in a cable machine. So pretty awesome, very well built. There's a lot of colleges and professional organizations that use these units to train. A lot of physical therapists that use these too. There's different ways you can mount it to. There's tracks that you can put on the wall, and all sorts of things. But I'll do a future video and show you how I'm going to use it. But I'm really excited for this. I got this on the Black Friday deal, and I'm super excited about that. I got 2 of them. So I'm essentially going to have a cable machine, a portable cable machine that I can use on the road. So, well, I think that's going to do it for this week. So stay tuned as I get that video about how we're going to tackle fitness on the road. That might come a little later, though. We got some other stuff we need to tackle in the near future before that, but you know, or something else may come up. Anyway, it's been good. We'll talk at you later. See you next time. Bye.
Something ain't right. Yeah, something